From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte. A White House spokesperson is claiming Prime Minister Mark Carney caved to U.S. President Donald Trump by dropping Canada's digital services tax in order to restart trade talks. But Carney says his move to rescind the tax is part of a broader trade negotiation.
We have, to be clear, it's part of a bigger negotiation. It's something that we expected in the broader sense that would be part of a final deal. We're making progress towards a final deal. There's more to be done, to be clear.
Trump said Friday the U.S. would be terminating all trade talks with Canada because of the tax. Those talks have since resumed. Meantime, the Prime Minister has called a by-election for the riding of Battle River Crowfoot in Alberta for August 14th. Here's Canadian Press reporter David Baxter.
Carney pledged to call a by-election quickly to give Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre a chance to return to the House of Commons as soon as possible. Poilievre, who represented the Ottawa area riding of Carleton for more than 20 years, lost to Liberal MP Bruce Fanjoy in the April 28th election. Former MP Damien Kirk resigned his seat earlier this month to make way for the Conservative leader's return to Parliament.
If he wins, Poilievre will be able to resume his role as opposition leader in the House of Commons for the fall sitting, which is set to start in September. BC's government has received a report from a retired judge on ways to improve safety and security at events after a deadly attack at a Vancouver festival in April. The province's Attorney General says she has the report from former BC Supreme Court Chief Justice Christopher Hinkson, which will be made public after Cabinet has reviewed it. BC Premier commissioned the inquiry into safety at community events shortly after 11 people died when a vehicle tore through a crowd at the end of the Lapu Lapu Day celebration on April 26th. New Canadians are talking about why they applied for and received their citizenship this year ahead of Canada Day. Samantha Sanella says she applied for hers after the last U.S. election after spending nearly 3 decades in Toronto. The Houston, Texas native says U.S. President Trump's tariffs and annexation threats strengthened her choice. And Burning Rubber won big at the weekend box office.
F1 the movie raced into theaters this weekend, clinching the top of the podium at the box office with more than $55 million in winnings. The movie stars Brad Pitt as a retired race car driver coming back to the world of Formula One.
It's time.
How to Train Your Dragon came in at number 2, raking in $19.4 million in its third week of release. And Disney Pixar's Elio was number 3, with the animated family film making $10.7 million. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Aaron Ekblad is reportedly staying in the Sunshine State. Multiple media outlets say the towering defenseman has agreed to an 8-year contract with the Florida Panthers. Ekblad helped Florida to win a second straight Stanley Cup earlier this month over the Edmonton Oilers. Canadians Leila Fernandez, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and Gabriel Diallo all advanced at Wimbledon today in first-round action. And the WNBA is expanding to 18 teams over the next 5 years.
Who knows? Maybe the new teams will one day have a victory celebration like the one New York threw last year for the Liberty. The WNBA announcing that over the next 5 years, Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia will all be joining the league. Toronto and Portland will enter next year. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert says the expansion is a powerful reflection for the league's extraordinary momentum, depth of talent, and the surging demand for women's professional basketball. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.